Everybody, and welcome back to Slowpoke Racing. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit vague. I've got two different things going on the laptop all at once here, so I'm not quite sure what's happening. But yeah, welcome back to Slowpoke Racing, home of the Ultimate Racing League. This is our Sunday Championship, our Prop Up and Go Sunday Championship. We're at round 4 and we're over in Croatia. We're with the Pro-Am 2 guys. Now, I was trying to work it out earlier. In old money, I think this would have been League 4. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's League 4. Very confusing with this Pro split, Pro-Am 1, 2s, and yeah, it's confusing for me anyway. But all we need to know is this is the Pro-Am 2 race. Now, I was going to bring you the league table, but I think I'm going to wait. Next week is the final sprint race. So I will probably either do it next week or at the start of the endurance races, which means then we're halfway through the season. So I'm not going to bring it to you today. We'll do it next week, possibly the start of the endurance races. So what we're going to do is have a look down the grid. This is after 10 minutes of qualifying because this is race 1. We will have a look down the grid, see where everybody is, and we'll get this race underway, shall we? So let's get the camera I like to use when we have a look. Not quite sure what time of day it is. It looks like it could be early morning, but the sun's up, so we can get a good look at the cars anyway. Now, Aussie Rooster has managed to get himself on pole position. Now, I do believe this is his first pole position. He's not had a win yet either, and well, he'll be looking to make up for last week. He got an 8th and a 12th finish last week. So that's Aussie Rooster. Good qualifying for him to put himself on pole position. Mini just behind him in 2nd. Then we've got Mystic Clegg in 3rd. Grahamid Ali is 4th. And thank you to Grahamid for sharing the replays for me. Much appreciated. Keyboard Captain is in 5th. Good race last week, actually. I can't remember where he came. I think he won 1, maybe 2. Really come into form has Keyboard Captain, and he's 5th on the grid now, so got some guys in front of him if he wants to win this one. Stealth is in 6th, then we've got Nordy in 7th, Pete is 8th, Koi Carp 9th, Sideways puts himself 10th on the grid, just ahead of Seamus Cash in 11th, and Vane bringing up the rear in 12th. So 12 on the grid, so it's good to see, only a few drivers short. Perhaps they had a bit of trouble at immigration, who knows. We've got the 12 we need, so let's crack on, shall we? And get race 1 underway, so let's get some lights lit. Usually just lately it seems to be a long hold before the race, and we are off in those fantastic looking McLarens. They really are good looking cars, aren't they? Now I'm just going to go to the back, and I'm going to do the old drone view, just so I can see what's happening, because grid starts always throws up something in the first couple of turns, so hopefully the guys will all behave themselves as we go through turns 2 and 3 at the first of the chicanes. Yes, we have. Well, what a great start, no casualties. So Aussie Rooster then leads us up towards turn 6. Now then, Croatia, this Dragon Trail Seaside in Croatia, it is a fictional track, so there's no corner names. It's 3.2 miles and 17 turns, 16 turns if you look at some of the track maps. So look what's going on here. So Mystic Clegg is having a bit of a battle with Keyboard Captain. What a start for Keyboard Captain to get himself up there in amongst the leaders already. He's up to 3rd, so he's really setting his stall out very early, isn't he? Mini dropped down to 4th, but he's alongside Keyboard Captain as they head down towards turn 12. This is where everyone parts the private yachts. Oh, and some have gone off. Now what's happened to Mini? Let's go back and have a look. Maybe there was contact with himself and Keyboard, or was it Mystic Clegg? I'm not sure. Let's have a quick look behind us. We've got Koi Carp hovering around there in P5 as we come down the hill. Now I was talking about the yacht. Let's see what's happened. Oh, and Mini just couldn't get that car slowed. Slam dunk straight into the back of Mystic Clegg. Now he did wait, which is the right thing to do, but how unfortunate. Just missed his braking point. And there we go, 2 of them as they enter the chicane of death. We might as well stay with this drone as we go through this chicane. I'll talk about this in more detail later on, but poor old Mini down to 8th now. Stealth in 9th, so everybody's still pretty punched up really, considering the little hiccup we've just had. although it has dropped Mini right down there in amongst these guys. Stealth in ninth, he's going alongside Pete as we go around the final turn. Oh, and Stealth just getting a bit too deep into that curb. Now the curbs at this track are very high. You can just about see it there at the inside of turn 17. These curbs really are high, and if you get your wheels across them, they will just grab hold of the car and it will pull you around, as Stealth just found out then. So back up to the top, and it's Keyboard Captain that's in the lead now. Let's just go back and see if we can see where that happened. Keyboard Captain very quickly making his way through the grid. Aussie Rooster there, just a little bit slow, I think, into that final turn. And Keyboard Captain got on the power very, very early, didn't he, to make that move. Made it look very easy as he goes through. Let's have a look. There he is. There's Aussie Rooster as they approach turn 1. We will do a full lap on board with one of the guys a little bit later into the race, as Keyboard Captain now leads us up into turn 2 and 3 at the first of the chicanes. Aussie Rooster just getting his nose in front of Koi Kart and Muhammad Ali as they all trace Keyboard Captain through these couple of turns into turn 5 or 6, depending on however you want to look at it. Sorry, turn 4 or 5. This is turn 6. I like to call it turn 6. Again, back on the power very early as Keyboard Captain now tries to open up a gap. On Keyboard, Koi Carp has managed to get through. So Koi Carp is on a bit of a mission as well. He doesn't want to get Keyboard Captain get too far away. So Koi Carp has made his move. He's got past Aussie Rooster, and it looks like Muhammad Ali is going to do the same. So poor old Aussie Rooster is being absolutely mugged at the minute. As we come down the hill now towards turn 12, Grahamid just having to slot in behind Aussie Rooster for the minute. Does need to, and there we go, he's trying to make his move before they get to the chicane. You really don't want to be going too abreast into this chicane of death, as it is affectionately known. But Grahamid just backs out. Let's just have a look. Mini in 5th, Vane in 6th. Let's have a look a little bit further down. I think Vane just had a little bit of a kiss with Barry R there, but he's managed to get away with it and has carried on in 6th position. Pete getting a bit closer to him in 7th in the all green machine. Does look fantastic, doesn't it? It's all one colour, but wow, that does very effective. Well done, Pete. Nordy in 8th, just going a little bit deep into turn 17. I think that's allowed Mystic Clegg to get alongside him, or at least pull up into the slipstream. Cameramen aren't great on this track, are they? But there you go. That's I'm not in charge of the camera director. Or sideways having a bit of a look at Mystic Clegg, but nothing doing there as they go into the chicane. They really are clocking up the rats. We're into lap 3 already. We're just following Mystic Clegg at the minute. In fact, let's jump on board with Mystic Clegg as we try and catch up to the back of Nordy into turn 6. Back on the power as early as you can. I think you can get it on the power a little bit earlier than that, Mystic Clegg, but he can't hear me. I don't know what I'm telling him. He can't hear me. But we've just got to keep control of the back end. But this McLaren, a very steady, very solid car, and it can take a bit of punishment. These guys are obviously better at driving it than I am, which is why they're in the league they're in, and I'm a lot further down, but we'll not go into that now. As we come down the hill towards turn 12, a tight right-hander. As I said earlier, this track is pretty much like a triangle with a few squiggly bits in between the points. And we'll stay on board with Mystic Clegg as we enter into the chicane of death. Ooh, was Mystic Clegg getting very close to that barrier then. Oh, I've got a puff of smoke and it's Aussie Rooster. Well, what has happened to Aussie? Did he get the chicane of death a bit wrong? Have I gone back too far? It's Aussie Rooster. Hang on, what's happening here? Hang on, I'm all confused now. Oh, I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to push it. We've gone back almost to the start of lap 3. What's happened there? I thought Keyboard Captain was in the lead. It's Aussie Rooster. Have I just clicked on to go back a lap? No, we're still on lap 3. I do apologise. I have no idea what's going on. We'll just stick with what we've got. So, at the minute, Aussie Rooster is out in front. We've got Muhammad Ali in at 2nd with Keyboard Captain in 3rd. Now, I think this is where Keyboard Captain... No... Oh, I don't know. Let's just stay with it. I'm not sure if I hit the go back 1 lap button or not. I really don't know. But Keyboard Captain in 3rd, Koi in 4th, Mini in 5th, Vane, Pete, Nordy, Mystic Clegg, sideways, Seamus and Stealth at the back. I just want to go back up to the top and see what's happening, because I think I've hit the wrong button there and I've gone back way too far as Aussie Rooster goes across turn 11 down the hill towards turn 12, the sharp right-hander which takes you into the chicane of death. It is Aussie Rooster out in front, and I really am sorry if we're covering old ground here again. Muhammad Ali in second. If we're not covering old ground, then I want to know what's happened to Keyboard Captain and Koi Carp, because I missed that as well, so I've got to apologise. Oh, it's Aussie hit the barrier. That's what we were looking for earlier. That's what I was trying to look for earlier. Now then, if we stay with Aussie, it's on this exit, and pow, there we go. He just caught the edge of that barrier and slammed him into the barrier the other side, and that has really dropped him down a few places. Now he's going to come under attack from Seamus Cash, so poor old Aussie Rooster all the way down to 9th, well 10th now. Let's go back up to the top though and see what's happening as Muhammad Ali now leads this race. So if this is right, this is our third leader of this race, although Keyboard Captain is right up the chuff of Grahamid, and is Keyboard Captain going to have a look before they get to the chicane? He's sticking to the inside. Well, Grahamid opened the door for him there, really just let Keyboard in, but Grahamid, what a great move from Grahamid to hold on to P1. He was not going to give that one up. I really thought Keyboard Captain had that one because he got the inside line, but Grahamid said no. Came around the outside and through that chicane like a good, and well done Grahamid. So still leading this race is Grahamid. Keyboard Captain in second. Koi Carp up there in third. Sticking with these leaders. Minnie is in there as well in fourth. Pete in fifth. So we've got quite a battle actually. For P1, any one of these guys can actually get themselves up onto the podium as Pete comes through in 5th. I don't leave them, but I want to have a look down further down the grid. I'm just seeing something happening here as well as Koi Carp has a look at attacking Keyboard Captain. Keyboard Captain on the inside as they go around this tight right-hander. Koi Carp trying to sling it all the way around the outside, but nothing doing there. And it looks like Keyboard Captain is going to hold on to P2 as they get into this. Oh, as Koi just gets a bit too close to that barrier. He's scraped along that barrier as well. Come on, Koi Carp, get out of there. Just calm down. Deep breaths. As Pete now gets right up the chuff of Koi Carp. He's going to have a good sniff around, isn't he? No, he's not messing about. He's having a look at the inside, but nothing doing there. Couldn't quite pull that move off, but I think he's just letting Koi Carp know he's there. So Pete are really piling the pressure on. Let's jump on board with Pete, shall we, as we go across the line then to start lap 5. And Pete gets the fastest lap so far, a 1:39.8. Quick look behind us, Minnie is there. Keyboard Captain going very defensive as we head down towards the first chicane at turn 2 and 3. And Pete in there very quickly. It's all about the exit here, and Koi Carp looks like he got a fantastic exit. He's now pulling alongside Keyboard Captain as they head towards turn 5, and it is Koi Carp and Keyboard Captain. Not the place for overtake, but those two guys really are battling it out. And what a great move from Koi as Keyboard Captain. I think he took that one a little bit cautiously, allowed Koi Carp through, but Pete got caught out slightly with Keyboard Captain's braking and nearly ran into the back of him, but managed to avoid it. So good racing from Pete. Oh, and Koi's got himself in a mess as he goes through the S's, and Koi got himself in a mess, got himself onto the curb, and that's allowed Keyboard through. And look, Peter's going to go through as well, gives him a wave as he goes. Well, he didn't give it, should have given him a wave, but then again he's probably concentrating on turning this corner, isn't he? Poor old Koi Carp, after that great manoeuvre up at turn 6, now finds himself back down in 4th as we come into the chicane of death one more time. I'm going to come out of here because I do want to do a full lap with one of the guys. We're just doing this for just to see how they're getting on. I'm going to go down. I don't want to... Oh, Mystic Clegg, you are going to have one hell of a headache in the morning if you keep doing that. But Mystic Clegg in 7th. It looks like Stealthy's going to take that place away from him. Great recovery race from Stealthy. He was down there in 12th at one point, wasn't he? And he's now up to 7th. So Stealth really settling into this race. We are on lap 5. We're coming to the end of lap 5 of 16 in this first sprint race. No pit stop scheduled. There should be enough fuel and the tyre wear shouldn't be too bad that these guys should get to the end of the race as Mystic Clegg and Vane now battle it out as they head towards that chicane. Oh, it's very tight. bit of door rubbing, and Mystic Clegg, yeah, gives Vane plenty of room. Good racing there. Plenty of racing room was given, and Vane goes through to 8th. Mystic Clegg in 9th, both still facing the right way and both still racing, which is the important thing. Mystic Clegg is just going to have to bide his time and jump on the opportunity when it does arise in a more safer place. Sideways George in 10. Not really seen much of Sideways George, have we, in this race so far? So let's have a look. He's in that What's It's beautiful livery on his car. Really do like that one. And I always say hats off to the guys that do these liveries. They've done a fantastic job, and Sideways George has that. Looks stunning, doesn't it? Nordy, he is in 11th. Another great livery as well on that car. It's simple but very, very effective. And Nordy in 11th. He's just trying to keep Seamus Cash behind him. So these two, it's developing into quite a nice little battle back here in 11th and 12th. As we can see on the left there, Grahamid is still in the lead. Keyboard Captain in 2nd and Pete in 3rd. We're just watching Nordy and Seamus Cash as they come through the chicane of death, through the two little tunnels, open into the open sunshine again, and onto the final corner. So let's have a look, shall we? Let's find somebody to do a full lap with. In fact, you know what? I think it will be one of the guys at the back. We'll jump on board with Seamus. We're going to do the lap now. So we're going to take you around. Hope nothing happens as we go along. So as we start lap 7 then, we go through turn 1, which is a bit of a kink in the road really. It's not really a turn, it's full throttle. Into the braking zone before hitting turn 2 and 3 at the chicane. Now there was another little turn here at turn 4, just there. Not really, again, not really a turn. Then we get turn 5, this fast right-hander, which you can actually take a good chunk of that curb. Into turn 6, the first of the pointy right hand, almost hairpin bends. Using as much of the curb as you dare, but you don't want to go too far across them curbs because, as I said at the beginning, they're very deep and will grab hold of you. Then we're into turn 7, 8, 9, just past the bandstand on the right hand side, and we start the climb up the hill through turn 10, letting the car drift out to the right, then through turn 11. And then we start on down the hill towards turn 12. You can just see the ships in the background there. I can't remember whose is whose. I think Muhammad Ali's is the big one in the back there, but the rest I'm not too sure about. And then we go into the chicane of death. Try not to clip any of the barriers as we come in and out. Well done to Seamus Cash, nice and steady. Into the two tunnels, very short tunnels. Heading through towards turn 17 as Nordy puts the move on Sideways George, and Nordy moves through to P10. Now then we've got a yellow flag, and we're going to investigate that one in a minute, and that is a lap with Seamus Cash, so thank you to him. Now then, let's get out and have a look and see what happened with the yellow flag. Now then, was it Mystic Clegg? Let's just go back and have a look. Mystic Clegg and Vane almost side by side. Oh, and he's got across the curbs. Exactly what we were saying. You get too deep into them curbs, and that's what it does. It just pulls the car around, throws it into a 360, and there we go. Damage at the back for Mystic Clegg. So he's going to get caught by Nordy Sideways and Seamus Cash. If he can, he's got to get that damage cleared. The nano bots will be doing their bit, frantically working away to try and repair the damage. And it affects the aerodynamics apparently when you have a smash like that. Nordy all over the back of Mystic Clegg as they come through turn 5, head towards turn 6, the sharp right-hander. Now then, is Nordy having a look up the inside? Yes, he is. Can he pull it off? Mystic Clegg goes up the inside. No, Nordy, what a great move from Nordy to get himself up into P9. Now then, Mystic Clegg should have that damage sorted out now and can get back into this race. He's going to be pushing Nordy now as they try and leave Sideways and Seamus Cash behind. Sideways and Seamus having their own little battle for 11th and 12th as Seamus Cash, is he going to have a look down the inside as they come down towards turn 12? It looks like Sideways is just holding that position, so Seamus Cash, nothing doing for him there. We'll leave these guys and go up to the top as Muhammad Ali has pulled out quite a lead now. Excuse me. What a great race he's having. He has pulled, opened up a gap. Now Peter is in second and Keyboard Captain is in third. So Pete really does love this track, doesn't he? And he's getting into this race. He's in second. There is a slight gap back to Keyboard Captain. Now Keyboard could be picking up a little bit of slipstream, but we've said it many times. The slipstream is not that great in these races just recently. So Pete, I'm sure, will not be too worried about Keyboard Captain catching him up. He's just got to concentrate on doing his own thing. Let's have a look at the fastest lap. It is Pete with a 1:39.0, and if we have a look at that, 1:39, 39, 39, 40, 39, so pretty steady really from Pete. Muhammad Ali, well, steady 39, so all the way from lap 5. That's why he's out in front, and that's why there's a gap starting to appear. We're on lap 9 of 16. Let's just go down the order, shall we? Mini is still there in 4th at present. Koikop just behind him in 5th, not letting Mini get too far away. In fact, he can just about see Keyboard as well. So places on the podium are still available. And it could be any one of these top 5 on there. It does look like Muhammad Ali is heading for a podium finish, but it's the guys just behind him scrapping it out. And I wouldn't like to have a bet against any of them at the minute. Aussie Rooster is not that far away in P6. He's just got to keep it on the grey stuff. Oh, as Keyboard Captain. Now then, he's had a bit of an issue with the chicane. I forgot what it was called. He's got a bit of an issue with the chicane. As we're going in then, let's see where it all went wrong for him. Oh, there we go. Just a little bit too much curb as he started his exit of the chicane. Slams him into barrier. And poor old Keyboard Captain now, he's just dropping down the order. He's going to have damage at the front. Yes, he is. Aussie Rooster's gone through to take P5. Quake Harper's moved up. Mini has moved up. So Grahamid and Pete in 1 and 2 will have a bit of a gap now, actually. And there we go. As Pete comes into turn 1, Mini is now into P3, but there is a good distance between himself and Pete. Mini really wants to open up a gap back to Koi Carp, but Koi Carp is having none of that, is he? We'll go on board with Koi Carp. Oh, that's probably me jumping into the cab with him. I'm sorry, Koi Carp, put you off there, didn't I? Into turn 6 we go then, back on the power as quickly as we possibly can. As we go down this little bit of a hill, there's the grandstand, the crowd out very early cheering these guys along. Through turn 7, 8, 9, through turn 10, the left hand, and then up the hill, over the brow of the hill through turn 11 as we start on back down. There's Grahamid's ship. Everybody thinks it's a cruise liner, it's not. It's his own private yacht. The others are out there, the other drivers where they keep their yachts, they're all out there, but we can't see them at the minute. Quick look behind us then. Aussie Rooster is not that far away, but he's a gap there, and it's enough not to trouble Koi Carp at the minute, so Koi Carp just needs to concentrate on the back of Mini's car. Although he's getting a little bit wobbly there, so is the steering wheel come loose, or a wheel nut? Has the locking nut come loose? He's got his own number plate on there as well, so when this race is finished he can actually drive it home legally. So yeah, rather than ship it on the back of a trailer, he actually likes to drive it home. Nice looking car. So let's have a look. Aussie Rooster in 5th, Keyboard down in 6th after that spill of his. All on his lonesome now. Stealth in 7th, that's a good recovery for Stealth. As I say, started down in the back, ended up at the back, should I say. He actually started 6th, ended up down at the back in 12th, and has got himself up to 7th. So one more place, Stealth, and you're back to where you started. But having a nice race so far, settling into it. So hopefully Stealth can improve on this in race 2. He's all on his lonesome now. You can see Keyboard Captain just ahead, but he's not really being troubled. Let's have a look at the times, 140, 139. So he's not that far off the pace, is Stealth. Then we've got Vane in 8th. Another great looking car, the Rockstar, is Vane. Down the hill he goes. Then we've got Nordy in ninth. We've seen some great moves from Nordy, haven't we? He seems to gain a place, lose a place, gain a place, lose a place. But at the minute, Nordy, and where is that flag? That's not South Africa, is it? Is that South Africa, that flag? Can somebody tell me? I'm rubbish at flags. And oh, Vane, what Vane, what? Let's have a look and see what happened to Vane. That seemed to be quite a slam into the barrier from what I've seen, but we'll get a closer look now. Not under any pressure. We can see Nordy just behind him, but that's he's not close enough to give him any pressures. Let's have a look as we go into the chicane. It really is claiming some victims, isn't it, in this first race? Is it the exit? It's again, he did the same as Keyboard, didn't he? Just took too much curb, too much of a liberty with that curb on the exit. And bang, there you go, into the barrier, down to 11th for Vane. That is so unlucky. And Mystic Clegg, well, I'm not quite sure what happened to him. Same thing, probably. He's had a bit of an issue somewhere because the gap between himself and Vane is quite a big one. So Mystic Clegg just got to dust himself off and get prepared for race 2. Now, race 2 is reverse grid. So if Mystic Clegg stays in 12th, he will be starting on pole. So deep breaths for Mystic Clegg. Use this one to check out your braking points, turning points, etc., and then come back fighting in race 2. But back up to the top, somebody who's not having any problems at the minute is Muhammad Ali, and he really has found some form of late. As Muhammad, he's a very, very tough guy to beat just recently, and he's showing it now. He's taking it nice and easy. His last lap was a 140, but there's no need to put unnecessary pressure on himself. Pete is getting a little bit closer, but the question is he going to run out of laps? Now, Pete really is racking up these fast laps, isn't he? He's 38, 39, 39, so Mini holding the fastest lap of 38.8. It was Pete. I was going to say Pete's got the fastest lap, but he hasn't. Mini has got the fastest lap of 38.8, so Pete would have been told that over the radio from his race director, so he's going to be pushing now to try and beat that. We're just going to stick with him as he comes around the last and final turn before heading towards that start-finish line. So let's just see if Pete can put in a fast lap. And there we go. Yes, he can. He's not going to get beaten, is he? He desperately wants that fast lap. A 1:38.7 then from Pete. So Mini, that's what you've got to beat, is 1/10. Almost, well, practically 1/10 faster. That is nothing, is it? What's that, a blink of an eye? Slow blink of an eye, but a blink of an eye nevertheless. Mini in third then. So the podium at the minute is looking like Muhammad Ali, Pete, and then Mini. Koi Carp in fourth. Good steady race from Koi Carp. Aussie Rooster in fifth, bit up and down for Aussie Rooster. Started on pole, had, well, I saw a few issues. He got absolutely mugged, didn't he? Which dropped him down the order a little bit. But he's stuck in there and currently holding on to P5. We've got 3 laps to go. So there's still plenty of time for Aussie Rooster. No battles really. Let's see if we can find what's going on. Keyboard in 6th, Stealth in 7th, Nordy. Well, this is the nearest we've got to a battle. Look, it is Seamus and Sideways George in 9th and 10th, fighting it out to earn the right to chase after Nordy. Nordy will be enjoying this little battle that's taking place behind him because it is allowing him to stay ahead of them. As Seamus Cass leads us into turn 12, Sideways George not that far away. In fact, really is eyeing Seamus up. He's not going to get close enough as they enter into the chicane. Just keep it nice and clean through here, Sideways and Seamus. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, no, Sideways didn't. He had a bit of a scrape with the barrier. No real harm done, though, Sideways. Maybe took a bit of paint off that gorgeous livery, but he is still facing the right way and racing. That's probably cost him a tenth, maybe half a tenth, a thousandth. Is that what it is? He's got a little bit of work to do again just to get back up into the slipstream behind Seamus and Nordy. Seamus is getting a little bit closer to Nordy, so could Seamus be looking at making a move on Nordy? He's not going to get it done, I don't think, before they get to the chicane. But this is a nice little battle developing here with 3 laps, including this one, to go. So Seamus really starting to turn the screws now. He's putting the pressure on Nordy. Nordy just got to ignore it. Concentrate on his own race, but look at the scrapes on the front of that car. They've all had a bit of a kiss with Barrier today, haven't they? This track really does test you, and you've done a fantastic job if you can get away without touching the barrier at least once. But Nordy in 8th, he's having to defend hard, isn't he, against Seamus. Seamus all over the back of him and piling the pressure on. Now then, Nordy has gone defensive. He's gone to the right. Bit of a door exchange there from Seamus as he slots in behind Nordy again. Nordy holding on to that inside line. Seamus couldn't get the job done before they get to the chicane, so he's going to have to sit behind Nordy for one more time through this chicane, trying to keep the pressure on him. Not sure if it's better to follow or be followed through this section. Oh, Seamus! He got away with that. It got to be said. I think, Seamus, you got away with that. He really did come flying out of the chicane. Let's just watch this. He's into the slipstream of Nordy, and he really did fly out of that exit. A scrape with Barrier. It slowed him down. That could have been a lot worse. I think he's got away with that. As a quick look behind, that could have been a lot worse actually, because Sideways could have been right up his chuff and he would have took that position off him. But now he's back in a battle with Sideways. Instead of fighting for P8, he's fighting to hang on to P9 as these guys come up to the line to start lap 15. Let's have a look a little bit further down. Vane all on his lonesome in P11th. Mystic Clegg all the way down in 12th. And that is pretty much where he's going to finish. I think he wants this race to be over, and let's crack on with the next one. But back up to the top now then. Peter's got a lot closer to Grahamid as a lap and a half to go. Peter just trying to keep the pressure on Grahamid, hoping that he's going to make a mistake, but believe me, Grahamid can soak it up. He doesn't mind a bit of pressure. In fact, he's probably not even noticed Pete's there yet. Not bothered. He's just cracking on with it as they head down towards that chicane for the 15th time. Let's jump on board with Pete, shall we, as we have a look at the chicane of death for the 15th time. Nice and steady for both Grahamid. Oh, just as I say nice and steady, look what happens. Pete has a bit of a scrape with the barrier, although it has not cost him too much. Maybe, a 1/10 of a second, if that. Oh, who's he waving to? Keeps waving to somebody, doesn't he, as he goes around that corner. Pete, well, he's probably waving to Grahamid to let him know he's there. Fuel light now flashing on. Let's have a look. Grahamid. Fuel light's not flashing for Grahamid yet, but it will be as we've started the final lap now. Pete is not going to be that bothered about that fuel light. It's not going to trouble him. He will get to the end of the lap, and he is getting a hell of a lot closer to Grahamid now. Grahamid just trying to keep it nice and straight, keep it on the tarmac. It is up to Pete to do all the work to get by it. Mini sitting in third, looking at a sip of champagne and that third podium spot. He has got Koi Kart chasing him down. This could be a good finish to their race. Aussie Rooster in 5th, all on his own. Keyboard in 6th. Bit of an up and down race for him. Stealth in 7th. Just dropped one place from where he started, but I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Then we've got Nordy in 8th, trying to... he's getting a little bit closer to Stealth, isn't he? Then we've got Seamus in 9th, Sideways 10th, Vane in 11th. Oh, where's Vane going? Went over to have a chat with the marshals then, didn't he, Vane? Mystic Clegg in 12th, so back up to the top then. Let's have a look, because this is where the fight seems to be. Grahamid with 2 or 3 car lengths gap between himself and Peter as they... Oh, it's a bit more than that, actually, as they enter into the chicane. Grahamid just has to hold it together through these final couple of turns, and the race is his as he goes through the first and then the second tunnel, heading towards the final corner. We're going to stay with Grahamid because it does look like he is going to be the winner of race 1, and a really thoroughly deserved winner as well. Kept his cool throughout the race. Well done to Grahamid. He will take the win. Does he flash the lights? No. Peter crossed the line in 2nd. Does anybody flash their lights anymore when they cross the line? Come on, guys. Mini in 3rd, Koi Carp in 4th, Aussie Rooster, he will take 5th. Then we've got a bit of a gap then back to Keyboard. Not the race he wanted or planned last night, I'm sure, but he takes 6. Oh, and Nordy's got by Stealth. Oh, let's go back and have a look and see where this took place, because Stealth was in 7th. They came out of the chicane. He still Stealth. Oh no, Stealth didn't have a great exit, did he? And Nordy managed to get the power down early, come alongside Stealth as they head towards the final turn, and Nordy just picks that place up as they go through that very last corner. Stealth will be annoyed with himself, I'm sure, but Nordy is going to take 7th place. Stealth gets 8, Seamus 9th, sideways across the line to take 10th, and then we've got Vane and Mystic Clegg in 11th and 12th, and want to forget all about this race. I'm sure they do. We will be back, I will be back, should I say, for race 2. And I should apologise, actually. I normally do this race, and I should have said at the beginning, normally do these races with Paul. He's been joining me for the last couple of weeks with these races, but Paul, we couldn't do it yesterday when we were supposed to do it, and Paul has got his own race to do. So I'm hoping that Paul will be back next week. We should be back next week together. That's why you've had me all on my lonesome tonight. But yeah, Paul should be back next week, hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, that was race 1 for the Pro-Am 2 guys in our Prop Up and Go Sunday Championship. I will be back, as I said, very, very shortly with race 2. Remember, if you do enjoy these races, please hit that like button. It does mean a lot, and I shall catch you all very shortly.